The Tape Never Lies Network. Starts now.
The Tape Never Lies Network.
Yeah, you look at the tape. So as a coach, your resume is the tape.
Loses the football. Strip sack and
Bears our live. Bears our live. We go on live right after Bears games with your boys draft talking the smartest man alive. Bears our live.
Son of a bitch, you better block.
Bears our live. We go on live right after Bears games with your boys draft talking the smartest man alive. Ran up with the true analysis. You expect raw passion for the show. Bears fans get nothing less. Locked in with real emotion and passion for every play. Coach Phil to bring that range in with facts like show. Post game show like nothing else you're gonna hear. Some can try to copy, but a bucket's not sincere. Delivering the truth on what just happened, to be clear. That's why we're on TV, so you can see it, not just hear. Hey, yo, with Draft Dr. Phil, you know it's always hit sticks. True to fundamentals, never gimmicks and tricks. Guess we're moving Soldier Field up to Arlington Heights. Mill out counting bucks while the mayor picks fights. Our life keeps growing, Shane's all knowing. Delivering the truth on how the QB's throwing. Dimes on time, just lacking fundamental. Whatever the case, we get hot like Cecil. Fiery discussions on what happened in the game. This ain't your daddy's postgame show, expect a fucking flame. Not for the average fan, how long they can survive.
but don't you worry.
Bears Hour Live.
Bears our life. Bears our life. We go
Let him sit his ass there again. I don't think we're that much worse.
The myth, the red legend, Dr. Phil Ocean.
This is football, baby. Culture is the problem. Let's get on little things. Bears our life. Bears our
Son of a bitch, you better block.
our life.
That's what happens. That's when you have a real
Right
good
after Bears
And let's
games
get it
with
on.
your boys draft talk and the smartest.
Give me some fucking names.
This is Bears Hour Live.
Here we go. Another L. Merry Christmas, though. Let's get into it. Bears drop another one at home. Caleb Williams continues to not be the issue. I like them apples. Let's bring our guy out here. TDP. What's up, man?
Oh, I got to turn on my light, Shane. Light it up.
Oh, yeah.
Light it up, up, like Caleb did to the air, but not the scoreboard. Not the scoreboard. Are the night is EJ home or has he flipped off again? Yeah, I'm sure. I've never been more. Well, let me get into this rant. There we go.
There you go.
Here we go. All right. Nothing's new. The Bears have lost again. The Bears continue to lose. Where are the finger pointing? Where is it supposed to be? I wrote a very early morning rant this morning about the Chicago Bears and about Bears fans in general, especially those Bears fans that are pathetic to the point that it's unfortunate. The chance should be sell the fucking team and help Caleb and the Bears go to the Super Bowl. You need to understand it. I'm going to shout out Philip Charles Vanderhayden IV. Sounds like a wealthy name, Shane. Caleb Williams is the first rookie in NFL history to get treated like a 5-year veteran, was his tweet. And it surmises what I've been saying, what Shane has been saying here at this network for months. Oh, my God. Let the night crawlers come out. But the truth is, despite the sheer utter chaos of the season and this organization, the number one overall pick has set Bears rookie passing records. Now, this is before the game, Shane. So I don't know. I think he's over 3,000 something yards now. So completions touchdowns. He's up to 18 or 19. But the most impressive feat is his active streak of now 9 games without throwing an interception. A guy that's supposed to be a turnover machine. A guy that's supposed to be a turnover machine is keeping you in these games with a defense that's as antiquated as its owner, Virginia McCaskey. It's pathetic. Let's look at the thinking here. We didn't fire the head coach last year before the draft. What did Eberflus show anybody to make him want to stay around? We all had questions. Even some of the night crawlers probably had questions. But the fact of the matter remained, they kept Eberflus. They hired a new head coach, and this is where Poles can't get scot-free. He just can't. I don't have the audio. I know Ryan Cox has been sharing the audio. Thank you, Kevin Winston. 326 consecutive passes without an interception. He has thrown, thank you, Lawrence, for 3,271 yards. So to put the blame on Caleb Williams, Justin Fields can't lick the bottom of his cleat in regards to the talent, decision-making, and throwing skills. This showed up on tape.
Look at Bears B guy Pat Finley, Phil. You see his tweet? Caleb Williams played well, down by 20. So what?
And Pat Finley is part of the problem. You feed the animals. You feed the meatballs by doing that stuff. But did he play defense, Pat? What if he threw 5 picks today, Pat? Like Jared Goff did a few weeks ago. What would that do? I don't count almost interceptions. Neither does the NFL. It's pathetic. So a head coach who should have been fired. You know the historic losses that he did. I think Jaden Daniels just threw a pathetic pick. Yes, with Caleb Williams, his OC, who replaced the OC that Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus sat down and said, this is our talented rookie quarterback. They said in this meeting, verbatim, he is way better than Justin. He's a better thrower. He's a better decision maker, and he's an athlete that can deliver the football accurately. Thus, they moved on from somebody that this organization loved, that the city loved, but was always, just like his throwing motion, late. So they made that move, right? You kept Eberflus, Poles. 2 wrongs aren't going to make a right here. And then you sat down and decided to hire Shane Waldron, who a month or 2 into the season, you fired. You replace him with Thomas Brown, and things start to look better. Your young quarterback, the receivers are running harder, crisper, more engaged in the route concepts and the play designs. And then the Hail Mary and the patheticness of Thanksgiving Day. And you finally do what you should have done last year before the draft and fire Flus, which those same night crawlers and people said the Bears would never do because they've never done it. You kept Nate Davis, right? Now you make the OC that's building Caleb Williams up the head coach. Now he's on his 3rd OC by moving the wide receiver coach. You're all pathetic. All of them. But Ryan Poles has to be held accountable here. He kept Velus Jones, right? Nate Davis. He cried on a a safety cutting him, got emotional on it, and I'm okay with your emotion. But you bring that same safety back, yet you keep trotting Elijah Hicks out there, who I don't know anything Elijah Hicks does well except be in the wrong place and miss tackles and drop the football. So then in the middle of the game, they replace Elijah, put John Owens, and the defense is checked out. And the guy you paid millions and supposed to be the leader, franchise face in Jalen Johnson, who's talking shit about Caleb Williams before he even stepped in the building, who confronted your coach, who said on the air he's tired of fucking losing, goes out there today and makes business decisions at the goal line again. This is part 2. It's like a Marvel series with Jalen. Just sitting, not putting your face in there. Fuck you, Jalen. You're pathetic. You would be benched if I was the coach. You'd be sitting over there, throwing your little hissy fit, understanding that I'm cleaning up the fucking locker room by holding you, Tremaine Edmonds, who's awful today, horrific and pathetic, all of the defense. The 2 linebackers, they play some practice squad players next week, this Thursday coming up, because Tremaine and fucking TJ have checked out. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. Some coach is not having to be the offensive coach. Like they're setting this interview process up today with Ben John. No. The same fucking deal. The hiring has to be a head coach, not an offensive guy. Your defense looks worse than your offense. Stop. Cole Kmet, you continue to be a piece of garbage out there. Thomas Brown. It's 4th down. You kick a field goal. There's no answers. The 3rd down before this last drive when DJ Moore mistimes his jump and one hand, he should have had 2, whatever. It would have been a great catch, as Shane and Ryan Cox said. The play before that, watch the route concept. It looks like Barrelissimo drawing up fucking coverages. Everybody's in the same fucking spot. It's pathetic. I don't know what's worse, that play design or Cole Kmet's ability to block. It's like one and the same. This whole defense, this whole offense, everything has to be cleaned up. So don't start with some guy that's an offensive core and we got to get it on. Don't listen to Jonathan Vilma. I tried not to. It's terrible, his broadcast. But we can't be sitting here. We got to get the right coach. If it's John fucking Gruden and it makes you uncomfortable, George, you're the fucking problem, you pussy-ass owner. I listened to the broadcast, turned it up loud. Fans did not start chanting, sell the fucking team. Sell the team. That's what needs to be done. The only thing worse than the team is the designs and the 3rd down defense. I mean, can we talk about this? Pathetic. Pathetic. You turn over every rock. That's why I bring Gruden's name, because you can't hire Gruden because of what he's doing to the. No, you can hire Gruden because you are in charge of this fucking franchise moving forward. Am I saying Gruden's the right guy? No, I'm saying Gruden needs to be talked to. He gets it. He might be the right guy. But Shane and I have been very adamant. We know nothing about Ben Johnson in the locker room. Anybody could call plays. 3rd and 17 today. Let's run a shallow cross delay to Amon-Ra St. Brown, and it'll go for fucking 18 yards because Jonathan Owens and Tremaine Edmonds look like the sisters of the poor. Just picking their asses, picking their wedges out of their asses instead of fucking reading and keys and running to the football and wrapping up. Austin Booker sucks. You're not helping any of these rookies. The whole fucking defensive philosophy is atrocious. It's bend, but don't break. But what's already been broken because your veterans are looking at how much prices for trips to Cancun are now. And that's a problem. I'll steal from the great Jonathan Hood. The defense is in the huddle, and it's 1, 2, 3, Cancun. That's what they're yelling. Because they've checked out. We have fans out there, pathetic, worse than EJ could ever even imagine being, blaming Caleb Williams for Roma Dunze's fumbles. We got Dave Wanstead on ChicagoBears.com as an analyst, a former guy they fired who is clueless. Clueless. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Shane, that's my rant. I could go on for another hour ranting about this shit. It's pathetic.
Jaden Daniels with what looks to be the walk-off.
Oh, did he get a big play?
Yeah, he threw the pick right before it. And then
they got the ball back. How did they get the ball back?
Philly kicked was it a field goal? I missed how they got the ball back, but yeah, it's against the Kenny Pickett Jaden Daniels Bowl.
And it's always fun.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's more of the same, Phil. We know that Caleb is nowhere near the issue, and I mean at this point it's nauseating.
It's 100 issues, Shane.
Yeah, exactly.
He's 99.
I would have him 101 out of 100 issues.
Yeah.
I mean,
where did all our music go? We only got one song in here.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Oh, they're all on my end.
I only have that one song.
No, I got like 10 of them over here on my side.
I got a few, but it's fine. I'll put another one in there. We need a different song. I'll add it so we can talk. I like some music for this depressing season.
Yeah, man. It like I said, Rome, you got to hold the fucking ball, buddy. I mean, it's that simple. I know we talked about, Rome's dad saying that he'd have 1,500 yards with any other team in the NFC North. Well, just hold the football and then holster the tweeter dad. Shit like that.
Yeah, the father needs to stop. Just sit in your box or your house on your lazy boy.
Jake Curran.
See
your QB get hit late and you just stand there and you put your hand down to your quarterback. How about going to send a fucking message to the guy that hit your QB late?
Oh my God. The fact that the Chicago Bears are in this situation is strictly on Ryan Poles and George McCaskey.
Yeah, and I didn't get to listen to his spot.
Does anybody know?
But everybody is saying he sounded very confident.
Could someone
sounded like a totally different player?
Where the fuck is
totally
Ivan?
Different person.
Where is Ivan when you need some audio?
He was doing the pregame and then the watch party. So
no, where's the Poles audio? He should have had it during the watch party.
Yeah,
I was given the opportunity. I found him.
Yeah, you found the wrong guy, bro. So I want to hear this audio of Poles. If somebody has it, it's the ESPN 1000 pregame spoke with Ryan Poles audio. If you have that, I'd love I just don't see a way that he could be a part of this process.
I do, Phil, just because it's the Bears, and that's how they
the
operate.
only way,
Yeah.
right? But
Right.
like logically,
Right.
if you really want to get technical, it's fucking Shane Waldron is your decision after you decided to keep the head coach. That's it. You have to look at it like that. The Bears can't run the ball. DeAndre Swift is exactly what I said. He is a change of pace third down back. You got no other back. And then you can't run the football. Like you said, all these guys, I've never seen an offensive line like dominoes fall. They're all soft in regards to their techniques. They're bad. I mean, you kept Nate Davis despite the coach on the Titans that came over telling you and warning you. You signed him anyway. This stuff has to fall in the lap of Ryan Poles. Now you did the right thing. You're encouraged.
William, put it in the chat. I'll bet $1,000 I know what 2 words you're gonna type. Go ahead, Will. Do it. Put it in the chat. We'll see if I'm right. Got any guesses?
What was this? He has 2 words.
He knows why things haven't worked this year.
Yeah, it's right there. There's a possibility. If what's his name was playing Family Feud and that was one of the questions, name a reason why the Chicago Bears haven't worked this season. name a reason. Slaps his hand down. Bling, bling, bling. George the Meddler McCaskey. Bing. That would be a board turn. Would it be the number 1 board turn? I don't know. It might be this one. Tito with 2. Bing. Matt Eberflus. That would probably be the number 1 answer on the board. If people on the street. It wouldn't be because we didn't have Justin Fields. Because Justin's the backup quarterback, Shane, in Pittsburgh.
He's hurt.
His feelings as well as an injury.
Yeah. Abdominal strain, I think they said. But like I said, he got us a 6th round pick. We'll take it. We're not going to get the 4th. It is that
Maybe
part of
we'll
it
take a
is what it
kicker
is.
6th, if Ryan Poles is here.
What's that?
Maybe we'll take a new field goal kicker next year in the 6th round with that pick.
Yeah, who knows? He's traded.
It'll be interesting to see what the Justin Fields trade rewards us. And we'll be covering that live. That draft.
Absolutely. We're always here for that. Still waiting for the presser. They showed the empty open mic there. So
DJ won't show up today.
I hope somebody asks Thomas Brown his thought process on the 4th and 6 or 4th and 7 kicking a field goal when you're down by 20. I would like to
I hope they ask.
I would like to hear what his reasoning there was.
Daniels had 2 interceptions today. Their team won because it's a team sport. Caleb Williams, surrounded by very good offensive line play, a play caller, and a head coach with an identity. Imagine that. Imagine what that would bring. And I could call out everybody because Shane showed me EJ putting me in some fucking tweet with some moronic woman. I don't even know what the fuck she's talking about. How did he look today, Miss? Whatever the fuck her name was.
Oh, no, I don't think it was that. I mean, I'm not going to bag on her for that. She was just pointing out his stat line on his deep ball. But yeah, DJ or EJ. But he doesn't do that stuff.
He doesn't do that stuff, but does the stuff.
Carolina
Hilarious.
Panthers with the walk-off in overtime. Now they have just as many wins as Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears.
Look at that. Ryan Poles. Well, there's a lot of fucking trash in regards. There's nothing. The only thing I hate more than Jonathan Vilma calling the game is the Chicago Bears defensive effort. It was pathetic. And he's pushing Wannstedt level of stupidity. But by the way, the Chicago Bears organization hired Wannstedt. He's in studio doing their post game. Yeah, I'm serious. A former malcontent coach. I know Caps loves the guy. I think here's Thomas Brown.
Game recap, obviously, turn the ball over twice early in the game. Don't give yourself much of a shot. I think we had 10 total penalties. So obviously, that kind of puts you behind the 8 ball. And I do appreciate the way the guys continue to battle and keep fighting, but it's not good enough. Got to coach it better, demand a better result, and back to work tomorrow. Questions?
With Braxton, he didn't have to go to the hospital.
I'm not sure. I haven't been told yet.
You guys have been down multiple scores pretty quick.
That's Finley's first question.
Yeah.
What sort of evaluation can you get of your
Praising him for his awesome tweet.
In those situations where it's you're chasing points?
I mean, you can evaluate everything. I think the way guys respond, how they handle adversity. I think also kind of being in the moment, not having the penalties, how we sustain some drives and put those things together. So I think everything's always under evaluation. Obviously, want to be able to have a better start and
definitely in my top 3, Mark.
Shoot yourselves in the foot makes it difficult.
Especially late in the game. Is there stuff you see there that will apply in the future when Caleb is playing with a lead or playing in a tie game late? Or is it just kind of a different game if you're down 17 and everybody knows you're throwing?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I don't think much about the future. I'm trying to win the game right now. And so my mind is focused on the current moment. And then once that's over with, what's next? So don't think much about it.
It was a 4th down.
There we go.
Second half, it was 4th and 7. You elected to kick instead of going for it. What went into that decision, especially since
it was dumb.
4th down later in the 4th.
Absolutely
atrocious. So 4th downs. I think 4th and 2, 3, 4 is a little bit different than 4th and 7 or plus and 7 So thought process is really simple.
7.
Get points.
You just went for 4th and 7 the very next series.
Defense to get a stop and go back and score again.
Is there ever a situation where obviously the postseason is not in contention for you all? You all really have nothing to lose. Is that mindset
exactly.
Just want to go for it?
Who is this?
In that situation again?
Not at all. I think it's about understanding the flow of the
Pat,
game,
the designer?
smart decisions, and just going forward. Just say you're going to go forward to me is bad coaching. So, no, I don't think that at all.
Thomas, when Caleb got sacked later in the 4th quarter, was that out of Cairo's kick range, which is why you guys took the delay?
Correct. Yep.
You mentioned the penalties. 4th and 1, you get offsides, and then you got.
I was like, there's like 3 beat reporters there. Everybody's just. This is like Pat's 3rd question already.
How is Pat getting another question?
Well, I think both of those punts are a little bit different. Obviously, I don't limit as much how much I can communicate about them. So, Jalen to me is a little bit different than jumping off sides on 4th down. I think it just boils down to being locked in, being detailed, and I don't think the only thing is be coached.
What was your impression of the offensive line with so many players out, moving pieces? How do you think they performed today?
Yeah, I think it was solid overall for the most part. Still got to be better. But I try to find better ways to get them in the flow of the game and kind of alleviate some pressure off of them. But obviously being down multiple scores kind of just dictates the flow of the game at times and trying to get back in it. Awesome. Thank you.
So Thomas Brown
Real
said,
quick, Thomas.
I need my 4th.
Down by 20. Oh my God. Not feeling Thomas Brown not going for it there.
Yes, William, I do believe that. So that's.
I think we lose more games. In fact, I don't know if we win a game, to be honest. I don't.
Caleb Williams is a more progressed passer than Justin Fields. Plain and simple.
And
in year 4,
it will never change.
Maybe he'll figure it out on his 3rd team, because now they're talking about a 3-year, $100 million extension for Russell Wilson in Pittsburgh.
Oh,
So.
why not Justin? A younger guy. Why not pay him? Sorry, William. Or William, whatever. I don't know. What was his name? Bill?
William, yeah.
William. Sad. I don't know. I'll take a text that was sent to me by Shane. Oh my God. Where is it? Fuck. There's so many texts. I lost my place on it.
We've had a
How
lot
does
of
any human watch Caleb play and think he's an issue? It'll never make sense. That from the smartest man during the game. It's like I'm saying the same thing watching his tape. And guys that I used to really think knew football, if they fell on the side of Hero Ball or Notre Dame game and that kind of, then they weren't watching truthfully. See, Caleb Williams' energy and effort on tape made me speak on him truthfully. You hit the lottery with
I would say 4th and 7 somewhere.
Just ask John Gruden.
You look frustrated, and you all
Dan Campbell.
You all elected to kick it.
Ben Johnson.
During that, you hoping that you
Kyle Shanahan.
No,
Pete
that
Carroll. None of them are talking about Justin
I was
Fields.
frustrated that
None
just
of them.
being in that position. We were already down by
We're
a lot.
happy you got this kid.
Second down, we ran the ball, and we didn't get much or any. I think it was actually a 1 to 2 yard negative play.
Swift's contract?
So I was just more frustrated with that.
It's a 3-year deal, I believe.
Third and I don't know. I don't remember the exact down, but it was like a 3rd and 9 or something like that. And it's just especially when you get down the red zone, it's just a tough
4-year.
I mean, it's always tough in the red zone.
4-year
it's one of the
deal.
toughest spots to
How much?
score and throw the ball. And so you get in that position.
It was 3 for 24.
This isn't no value.
I was more frustrated, with
you're going out there finding this guy to be the lead dog. It was a terrible analysis.
Can you walk us through kind of what you saw there?
Yeah. So right before the
snap, runner,
I
situational
saw
guy.
Obviously, that they were
3 years, 24 million.
Show, and right before the snap, I yelled to Keenan because I was thinking that it was going to be cover 2, and Keenan ran a great route. He ran it kind of perfect, and we've practiced this route many times, and we were just on the same page right before the snap, yeah,
he will be a Bear in 2025.
Ran away from a couple people and scored.
100%. He has to be.
But when you look at that throw, throw to Rowan, 4th down. When you're breaking these things down, how do you kind of take those individual moments versus what you prefer for the team? I mean, can you still see the growth and understand that you obviously want the team to be better?
Yeah, obviously. You obviously can see the growth. If we're talking about myself, I mean, there's even from last game, some of the routes and some of the things like that. Just believing in the guys, believing in the concepts that are being called, and then throughout this whole season, the growth that I would say I've had, and then the growth that we've had on offense.
Lincoln Riley's not going to leave being head coach at USC to be the offensive coordinator.
For us, of coaches being fired in the middle of the season, and different coaches being promoted in different ways, and then
clowns that think this season didn't have to be this way are avoiding the gigantic drop
they shooting you in the foot
and continuing with the irreversible.
The NFL's tough. Winning games is tough. That's I don't even know how many wins they have, but
the issue was the coach. You can't have it fucking 7 ways and flip flop.
Going versus a team like that, you can't have those moments. You can't.
You went in that direction. It was the wrong one.
Between Rome and I, me.
Then you hired Shane Waldron
right in the middle, so that's not near his hip. And
one receiver named Keenan Allen called him too soft,
and then
too
the
nice.
One.
That's the killer for Ryan Poles.
Obviously, understanding that a bunch of guys around you protecting football.
Are you going to trust this guy now to find the right coach to clean up? To take Jalen Johnson and tell him, sit your fucking ass down and shut the fuck up.
It wasn't us growing.
You got to have that coach there.
We did a lot of things.
Goes out there, complain about losing is a big byproduct of it.
to
And he's getting a personal
not
foul
help
in the
us in
game.
scoring points and things like
I
that.
put it on
and,
my
putting even
Facebook.
ourselves in bad
Him
situations on
deciding
second
he
and
ain't
longs
gonna
and third and
fucking
longs,
catch.
and just helping
Kidding
out
me?
the other team.
You can't talk the talk and not walk it.
Yeah.
If you're making excuses for Jalen Johnson, you're a bad fan. You're part of the problem.
How do you get a sense for you?
Never seen anybody. Why are we talking Justin Fields? Because you have these fucking morons that continue to think that things would be different with
regardless of how
him.
the defense plays,
That's why
regardless of,
we're talking about him.
what the plays are called for us offensively, we got to go out there and execute.
3 OCs in his rookie year. Who has that?
Way to
Shane,
dumb
in
it
the
down,
history
regardless of what
of the
they're
NFL.
on that
Nobody.
other side of football, whatever the other coach is calling. Obviously there's plays that are better versus certain defenses and all of this, but we got to find dirty yardage for when plays are maybe not the best call versus the defense over there or their scheme.
They ran a matchup man,
when
had
we have
no
opportunities to
shallow
execute
cross,
and
no
hit for big plays or really efficient plays and things like that, we got to do that. So whatever they call over there is whatever they call.
To DJ Moore in the back of the end
how they
zone
manage the game or how they play us when we
with
go down.
one
We got to
hand.
find ways to execute early.
Everybody's in the
and often,
same
and
spot.
we got to keep that consistent.
You said a couple of months ago that these snaps are valuable for you, even if the team's losing by a lot.
Pat, you shouldn't even ask a question.
Every snap is valuable.
You're a fucking fool. Just like Stewart said.
There's so many different
who says Caleb played great
that
down
happen throughout games.
No, who cares?
That you
so
can learn
what?
from, and that I've learned from this year. And so,
are you pathetic?
Like earlier, this game we went to
give somebody else his
It
job.
was the fourth down that we ended up going for it. Threw it to Keenan on third down. He ended up getting a good positive gain. Enough for us to go for it. That's one that was pointed out to me.
Eric Kramer has 3,838 yards in one season. That is the all-time record.
Understanding, the situation and understanding, not trying to make a big play when defense is trying to drop out and things like that. So.
Cutler again, 3,600.
Every snap for myself.
And Cutler again, 3,659. Then Cutler again, 3,274. And Caleb Williams. There's 2 games left.
I think obviously it's tough when you lose, 2 of your starters. That's been your starters for the whole season.
I don't see Justin Fields on that list.
Toe Braxton, love him, and all of that.
Someone will blame somebody else.
Was still able to walk around, but dealing with his injury and things like that. So it's tough. But we got to find ways to it's a part of football. It's probably the worst part about football is the injuries and your big players going down and things like that. But it is a part of football. And we got to find ways as a team to, have that next guy up and go in and execute and, do the right thing. And, that even means, for me, when we get a lineman in, like we did.
How many have we lost in a row now?
That, this
9?
is first snap and we've been in the game.
9 straight.
The D line is flowing, offensive
The
line
last win was against the Jaguars
and things like
in
that.
London,
So it's,
that was in what, October?
So many different situations that happen in football and throughout the games, that I have to take into account, but also, everybody else.
Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Thank you. The Bears.
Ivan's pissed.
Where is Ivan? Where's my boy Ivan?
October 13th.
October 13th. See, I keep going back to this background, Ron, because it looks so fire.
Oh, we gotta remove the one banner.
Yeah. The double banner. Unless I go like that.
No, I mean I can remove that. I just gotta get out of it. Go ahead, do your.
I'm just saying, it's been 2 months since you've won a game. Despite all the chaos, like I wrote this morning, this young quarterback continues to get better despite it all. I don't know what the fuck football you are watching. the guys that I'm calling out, I'm calling them. I still like some of these players. I'm calling them out for truth. It's just the reality of what you see effort-wise. And I'll go back to this. You really find out who your friends are when the shit hits the fan. It's the same thing in football. You find out who your team is when the shit hits the fan. The lack of effort, the lack of intensity. Checked out. J Hood,
Right.
do it. 1, 2, 3.
Swanky, I'll keep it simple for you. This is our fucking network, and we will talk about whatever the fuck we want, whenever we want. And if you or anybody else doesn't like it, go watch somebody else. We don't give a fuck. We're going to talk about whatever we want, whatever we feel is necessary. If people take shots, we're going to respond to it with their names. That's the way that we work. If you don't like it, lots of other places for you to get your information. You were gone a long time, right? We let you back in. Pull up a fucking chair and stay a while. It's the way it works.
And unfortunately, Swank, it's undeniable that it's out there discussed by people who are attacking the one positive in this season that I can go away from is number 18. So the one thing that gets attacked with a false narrative is Justin Fields and where blah 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 and da. And all of it is just the dumbest shit you hear. So what do? We fight the narratives. We fight the bullshit. And we put a name to it.
Just like during last year when we knew in essentially late October, November that the Bears were going to have the number 1 pick because Carolina was so bad. We knew where we wanted to go, and we took a ton of bullets for it. We weren't going to stop talking about it then. We're not going to stop talking about it now if we feel that it's relevant. It just is what it is.
I don't think, Bruce, you wasted a year of life. I think you see what a losing culture and a losing mindset does. And thank you, Scottish Bear, to point out that I was on here telling you, if you're okay with losing, you create that culture.
Caleb's current stats, he is 314 of 505, 62.2% completion percentage, 3,270 yards, 19 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, QB rating of 89.3. His interception percentage is 1.0.
I agree with Dom Cagney. We desperately need. I said to Shane right out the gate.
He addresses anything here?
You know, mental toughness being what it is.
You think Joniak didn't even ask him about the fumbles?
He responded after a rough start and had something.
Oh, this is how he words it.
No, that's what about playing the next play. You know, unfortunate
He's
mistakes.
too soft,
to start the game
Joniak.
and want to limit those as much as possible. But at the end of the day, all you can do is play the next down. So that's my mindset.
Yeah, break those 2 down first before we get to the big plays, because the first one, it was on the ground today from not just you, but is that something that has to be repetitiously performed,
back-to-back
right?
plays for
and
that was the bad
something
part.
that is not
Terrible.
easy to do just on a Friday.
Yeah, no, it's something that we've practiced and I've had execution with in practice and in games as well. So it's an unfortunate exchange on that first one, and then the second one, it's just all me, just not locking it up all the way to the
Unfortunate
ground.
exchange, bro.
Well, Caleb put it on himself, which I'm not.
That's
surprised.
what great people do, but that's on you, bro. You came down with your hand. We teach it left hand up. Anytime the quarterback is facing wherever with the ball, your elbow to the quarterback is up. So if he's on this side of me here, this elbow's up. Okay. he comes down and he doesn't corral the ball in the shelf and grip it. He just lets it go.
But Jake,
again, a
just let
terrible
me
fucking play
address
call.
Jake here because I like Jake. It's tough, Jake. It's tough for you. It's not tough for me because you don't see the bullets that like we had a guy that's listened to us for a long, long time, been around with us forever. Leave a comment in YouTube telling us to remove Caleb Williams' dick from our mouths. Are we just going to let that go? No. I was going to reply to it immediately, and I did not. I took a screenshot of it for a receipt. Then about 6 hours later, after the guy sobered up, he edited his comment. So then I went in there and I replied to him, "Why did you edit your comment?" And
Did he ever
admitted,
respond?
Yeah, he admitted he had too many pops. That's what it is. And it's not just in the YouTube comments, my DMs, the comments in here. It's constant. We started this network to say, well, there was a Bears beat reporter. We're not going to name his name because that might offend people. That's not what we do. If somebody comes into the comments, we will put them up. We'll talk about it. We'll invite them. How many people have accepted the invitation to come on and talk about this? It's always, oh no, this is your forum. You guys are gonna gang up on me. You guys are bullies. This is what TTNL is. No, we call it out as we see it. We will use your name, and people do not like that. And it's the Justin Fields narrative. That was a narrative last year. It's a narrative this year. It's relevant to the Bears. And like I said, it's not tough for me. It's tough for you. And I'm not trying to be rude. I respect you, Jake. That's fine. We are going to talk about it when it's relevant. And it's relevant.
And Jake, you have to understand, we have designed this platform, this show in a certain way where it's entirely interactive versus others that are just going to ignore you unless you do a super chat. So the whole goal is to go on the tape.
William, I literally invited you on last week.
Last week, William, come on.
Go on Twitter right now, @Wazram. I will send you the link, and you can come on, and we'll debate about what I know you want to debate on.
Ivan has said he wouldn't trade for Shanahan. I have said I would trade for Shanahan. I think the coach is more important right now than a fucking draft pick. It's that bad.
I agree.
And we are in a situation where you already have the most important thing in the Holy Trinity of football, and that's a quarterback. There is zero doubt. I'm talking to people that coached this game for fucking 40 years. Respected coaches on levels of football from pro, college, and high school. And the one thing that's very clear, every guy that's a football guy says, you, that quarterback boy, oh my God. Might not like that he paints his nails, but there is no doubt what kind of fucking talent he is. You were right about that, kid. You were right. It is what it is.
William,
it's another level.
William, you tell me what you're on, and if I'm not on there, I'll make an account in about 10 seconds to send you a link.
Send them a letter in the mail.
Tell me where
deliver
you
the
want
mail for Isaiah Robles.
I can't just invite you on.
Bring a positive fan on. Fuck Will. Well, what do you want to talk about, Will? That Justin would do something? It's pathetic. I will destroy anybody with that shit. Anybody. You think in any fucking part of your brain, just like I said to EJ, that Justin Fields wouldn't be starting in Pittsburgh for Mike Tomlin, for Mike motherfucking Tomlin, if he wasn't the superior quarterback? that if he wasn't a tremendous, he has become Taysom Hill. That's what he is, a gadget.
William, I'm still waiting for you to tell me where to send the link. Like I said, I'll make a farmersonly.com account if I have to send it there. Give me something where to send it. I'll do it to get you on the show today.
Farmers only.
I'm just saying, as a for instance, man, just it's not that hard. You can see where this is going already.
I don't know. I just farmers only got me. It gets me so fired up. Like, are you not looking at what you have? I mean, we've called out guys we love. I've had to explain that if I'm breaking your balls, that means I love you.
He said it like 15 times over the past, more. He wanted Belichick. That's not an option. He's in on Vrabel. He's in on Flores. He would trade for Shanahan.
I know. Why do we keep asking this shit?
And I'll be
I will
honest.
tell you this: the Indiana coach is no longer even in my fucking. He ruined his job interview.
This might surprise people if Phil knew that Ben Johnson could be a leader of men. I don't think you would be against Ben Johnson.
I would have to. I can't stand up here like other schmucks out there. Oh, Ben Johnson's the end. They don't know. I have a relationship with some guys on the Lions. I will ask them their thoughts. Are they going to be truthful to me? Like, yeah, Ben is the real deal. Yeah, they will. So I only could go off of what they're saying. I know football. I know it. I love it. I am not afraid. I will step in the arena with any guy when it comes to breaking down tape falsely, how they do it. If you have an agenda.
Well, there you go.
If you have an agenda like, what's it, Bangkirk, whatever the fuck his name.
Bangkirk, yeah.
If you have an agenda, it shows up. I had Sean Sierra talk about our show sideways. He doesn't say it straight out, but everybody and their brother knows he's talking about us, and he's lying. Like last week, I showed everybody the tape of the play where Keenan Allen runs the curl. Keenan's got to snap his head. He sees the linebacker in the passing window. He's got to go through. That's what you do in that situation. So with a guy that's in his face, he's throwing, thinking Keenan's going to come out the backside of that. And guess what? Keenan would tell you, I fucked up there. That's why I dove for it. I was late in that. And that shit happens. But to sit there and go on a 20-minute diatribe that he's missing open, and then the fucking clowns with one screenshot of Roma Dunze wide open, right? This is the problem. No one's open, right? That's not how you watch film. The integrity and the structure of the drop, the pocket, and the progression. I can go on Green Bay's fucking all 22 and show you screenshots of Jordan Love. I can go on who's the best quarterback in the league right now. Everyone's talking. I'll go Lamar Jackson. I'll go on their side, take some screens. How is Lamar missing this wide open guy? It's the most difficult position in all of professional sport, bar none. It's not even close.
Here is the polls interview. Compliments of Richard
Can
Gordon.
we just put the audio up? Because I don't know if they'll hit us with this. Isn't there a way to just... No, they won't.
No, we should be fine on this.
Here's the voice of the Bears, Jeff Joniak.
All right, winding down the season with a couple games in 5 days.
Here we go,
Seahawks,
folks.
before wrapping
Thank you.
Saturday or Sunday after the New Year in
Forgetting
Green Bay. Jeff Joniak and Ryan Poles
Who
with
got
you.
it again?
Is it cliche to say there is still plenty of evaluation left on the bone, or is that fact?
Yeah, there's a lot of evaluation.
See how he asked that first
circumstances.
question?
Either
Pause
they're
it for a
rookie
sec. I'm
and
sorry.
they're continuing their journey to improve, or you're a free agent.
What did you want?
Jeff Joniak, how he asks the question is so soft Bears. It's like they They have an agenda. Here's the questions we're going to ask you, Ryan, because George just thinks this is, I mean, just the verbiage of that shit pisses me the fuck off. I mean, we just say that there's we just say that this layup that you already shut the fuck up and have a fucking your own questions to ask them on the bone.
William, right there is the email address for TTNL Network. Send an email. I will send you the link immediately.
It's so fucking phony and fake. This shit's staged questions.
And you're proving to the Chicago Bears or other teams that you can play at a high level and play at a high level with high energy and effort in times of adversity when things aren't going your way. That's as a scout, that's where we go to see how guys play. So a lot of evaluation left and a lot of room to continue to.
Of course, there's
and there is
fucking
always something to play for, even if the outside noise says differently.
Yes, there is. And I think the biggest thing is these guys want to play well for each other and continue to work on getting better and
for someone
games.
in
So
Joniak
I know
who thinks
this week's,
so highly of himself.
Preparation was
Stop
good again.
being a fucking
We just need
sellout,
to see
bro.
that follow through on today.
What kind of notes did you have on the Minnesota experience?
Yeah, just another.
It is what it is, man. It's just it's word salad. It's not even.
What kind of note? All hype false. There's no fucking real there. That's a fucking script from the soap opera. You're better off having Larry Mayer answer the questions for Ryan Poles. This stuff, and we have been around it for a long time. Our hope has been in Kevin Warren because
Now's his chance.
Now's his chance. The decisions and the manipulation of the media, the threatening, if you ask a certain question, you cannot be there. If you hold people accountable, you're threatened. Your credentials are threatened. The presser could be cut short if it gets too hot and volatile. Thus, the room tries to be very cautious, for they don't want to be the one to ruin it for everybody else. Is that professional fucking sports? No. It's a fucking showcase of the clear politics and bullying from these nerd-ass fucks McCaskies. It is. Where's Virginia? She's the same place as the fucking cover 2 soft as shit zone defense on 3rd down and 17. She's lost. All of these fucking people are lost. They have a pathetic agenda. It sucks that this situation is, but the reality is you just hope beyond hope that Kevin Warren is going to get this done right. And Ryan Poles could be just a kiss ass. He could just be a kiss ass. Because you're in a situation where you want a job and you'll agree to do anything. I have more respect for you. Speak your truth. Walk the fuck out of Hallis Hall if they don't want to fire the guy when you want to fire him. If that's true, walk the fuck out. You're holding me hostage to the situation that is going on. You wanted to fire him after New England and they didn't want you to do it. That's on you. You sold you out. It just got worse. Does George come out and say, I'm sorry, Ryan wanted to fire Eberflus? No, because he says he's just a fan. He's not. I don't get involved in those. George doesn't. Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. They're all back and forth. It's all a fucking circus act. And the same actors are playing out in it. Meanwhile, you got fans looking at a rookie quarterback in the chaos that is the Bears organization, tearing him down, creating a false narrative, completely having an agenda against the kid, Me and Shane get attacked for what he said earlier from some fan, and more and worse, when the only goddamn agenda we have is for the Bears to get better. It's always been that way. It has been that way since I put up the YouTube videos back in the day, and Aldo deleted them all to show people the true story of the tape. Thus, the name of the network, brilliantly thought of by Shane and putting it out there like that. Now, people want me to do 30 minutes of tape for free. After years, my wife and Shane, what the fuck? There's 85,000 views in 2 weeks on your video breakdown of Jay Cutler versus the fucking Giants. There's 130,000 views, and you are seeing not 1 cent. And how much time did you put into it? 25 hours of cutting tape, putting in graphics, circling the, trying to. People are like, remember, Shane? What would really be great if you just highlighted the numbers. Remember that? Yeah. Like I had fucking software extravagant. I was doing everything on my phone, trying to show people the truth, because the guys like Jeff Joniak, Larry Mayer, and I could go down, Mike North, all of these guys had an agenda. We're telling false narratives about the offensive line. If there was no TTNL, there would be people that thought Chris Morgan's a good offensive line coach, because that's what they say. I'm dead serious. If there was no TTNL, I see it. I used to get upset about it. Sports mockery using our shit. All of these other outlets, including major radio programs, using stuff that they've heard here and not given credit. And now I take it as a compliment, because Shane and I are at the front lines of therapeutically telling you the truth through the analysis of tape. That is why we have the following that we do, and we have fucking more views than followers, because some people don't want to associate with us, but they watch us every week. That's the truth. They're there every fucking week, stealing, watching, whatever they're doing, taking our commentary, using it. Shane brings up a fucking guard from North Dakota State. Now they play. Now, everybody's talking about this guard. That was a fucking month ago. It's always happened. And it's just a reality. Just give credit where credit is due. Some people can't. They want to pretend. You didn't watch no fucking tape. What tape did you watch? I've been watching tape of Josh Daniels. I know. No, what tape? Show me what tape. I'm blessed to know people and blessed to have friends that are in this league, and friends like Chris Harold. God bless him and his beautiful family for always stepping up for TTNL, never wanting anything in return. All he wants is the fan base, the Chicago. He's not even a Bears fan. He's an Eagles fan. Just wants the Chicago Bears fan base to have the best coverage, the most truthful coverage.
And just a quick update. I will literally refresh one more time live on air my the TTNL email account. Nothing there. Nothing there. And I'm going to check my junk mail folder. And nothing there.
Rick Leahy, I appreciate you. I had a guy that was a fan of TTNL today. I sent a screenshot to Shane and Brian Cox. I'm going to read it to you. This guy is a fan of me. Reached out to me, said all these nice things. But then he says this today out of nowhere. I haven't spoken to this guy. I haven't seen him. Haven't seen him say shit. This is his post. I'm talking about a safety in Elijah Hicks in this post, by the way. His name's Eugene Fix. Caleb needs to sit out. Can't see the field.
Yeah. Just you don't even need to read any more beyond that.
It goes more. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Like, what are you? And it baffles me. We are, I know I can speak for me and Shane. I know Ivan grinds. I just will tell you this. $7 a month to be a patron. I just went and bought my wife a Starbucks sugar-free vanilla latte, a venti. It was $7.04. A large sugar-free vanilla latte for one coffee. We do this. It'll take hours to break down, let alone put together some fun stuff. Bring this kind of shit that I did. I don't have producers producing this shit. It's me and Shane. Sometimes Ivan producing this kind of shit.
Changes to the staff and moving on from several offensive coaches. This team has 10 wins in 2 years. And I apologize for the awkward nature of this question. What made you want to stay with Matt Eberflus and knowing that that's the direction you want to go at head coach?
Yeah, everything I talked about in the beginning, just in terms of his leadership and stability. I really think that the head coach needs to be able to captain the ship when the seas are when these seas have storms, and really keep everything settled.
This guy's nuts.
Well, you could see. I mean, we're calling out the truth. Is any of that truthful? No.
Phil, you're gonna love this. So we're talking about. Okay. Catch y'all on the next one. We'll have fun with it. I'll still send my email. So
yeah,
that means not today.
Not today.
But anyways, Kaylin Kaler, to her credit, brought this up. Former TTNL guest Doug Farrar tweeted out the all 22 of the play. And if you want to see what coaching is, this is a nod to Ben Johnson, who will be up for the Bears head coach, because the play today that resulted in a touchdown on, what are they calling it? The stumble fumble happened to the Chicago Bears on September 10th, 2023 against the Green Bay Packers. And Ben Johnson made a note of it.
So we got motion coming from the right to the left.
Tell me if this looks familiar.
Then he goes back to the right, takes off. Oh my God.
That is called coaching.
And that defense is called pathetic. Last I checked, Caleb is keeping you in these games. This defense that was supposed to be so good, so physical, led by Jalen Johnson, Tremaine Edmonds, has been pathetic. It's been pathetic. I mean, call it what it is. Where's Montez Sweat? He's getting double teamed. That's where he is. I want him to win those things, but somebody else has to step up too. It's not good in regards to the Chicago Bears. And unfortunately, we're sitting here wasting time when everybody should be applauding Caleb Williams, applauding the fact that we have this and are concerned about his well-being with this pathetic showcase of effort. Now, DJ Moore, he's got to be held accountable. Today, I felt like he ran harder in his routes. He was given better effort today. Last week, I showed everybody, and Shane pointed out, and it was very good, that he was demonstrative and completely lackadaisical because the plays in the red zone weren't being designed to him or Cole Kmet, the two guys that you can look at tape and question their effort. And sure enough, it's a good point and a reflection of the culture. If you're coach, even if you're interim, you cannot watch tape and allow DJ Moore, no matter how nice, what a great human being, dad he is, you can't allow that shit to transpire. It's just like putting a rotten apple with the rest. It just rots everything.
If you go back and we can pull the all 22 of this, when you saw Amon-Ra St. Brown running to the corner of the end zone, and it ended up going out about. He was max speed the entire way,
trying to outrun.
You rarely see that from the Chicago
Thank you, Shane. That's a great comparison because that's perfect.
Yeah,
it is That's how. So I run the same
he
play.
Was running his route like he was running a 40. To be noticed
exactly.
At the NFL Combine.
And that's how it should be. If he ain't running, then throw Tyler Scott the fuck in there.
You don't see that from Rome. You don't see that from DJ. You definitely don't see it from Keenan.
No,
running like that.
Keenan played a hell of a game today with his. He really focused. He had
hands showed up
drops.
Yeah,
last week 6. I thought it was 5, and it was 6.
Right.
But
and
today he caught the fucking ball.
Dre has it right. That's a maximum effort. And what is that? That comes from your coaching staff.
100%.
You saw the Ricardo Lockett video clip this week.
Yeah.
When he said,
he was here with Tressman.
Is that it was with Tressman. He was on the practice squad. And listen, you can pick it apart. I don't give a shit how long you're here, when you're here, but if you don't realize who your head coach is, that tells me a lot about Ricardo Lockett also.
Yeah.
At the time. But anyways, him saying I could go out and practice and drop 4 balls and nothing was said. That's culture. That's what it is. That starts before the head coach. It starts with the GM that hired the fucking head coach. It starts with the ownership that hired everybody else. That is the culture. We know what the culture is in Chicago. Let's be honest. They had Club Dub queued up and ready to go if they had won today. If I'm the fucking head coach and the Bears had won today and they're in there dancing, turning the lights off and doing all of that shit, I would have lost my fucking mind. I don't want to hear it's hard to win in the NFL. No shit. We're Bears fans. We know all about that. Everything is hard. It's hard to get first downs too, right? It's hard to be relevant, right? That's your culture.
George McCaskey, problem. Says he's not meddling. All he is meddling because Mark Tressman was somebody who made him feel comfortable. Same thing with Dick Geron. You go down these lists. Matt Nagy, Matt Eberflus, all of it. If you're truly stepping the fuck out of here, then these coaches that put winning culture first. It is not offensive X's and O's. I can find these guys. It is the culture that you are going to. And if that culture has to do with swearing, accountability, that players, no matter what their price tag is, no matter who signed what to what deal, they are going to be held accountable, just like the undrafted free agent that we signed. That is the guy that if it's Pete Carroll, needs to be in the interview. If they haven't interviewed people yet, they are just as pathetic as
Yeah, they
any fucking.
can't interview, but you have to connect.
I'm talking like
Via
coaches
back
that are
channel,
out
yeah.
of the
Yeah.
NFL, like a Pete Carroll. They
Yep.
can interview him now. They could go over there, talk to Pete, have a real sit down. It doesn't have to be Brad Biggs reporting on it. You need to be doing that shit. I know people will laugh. I think Dave Tobe needs to be interviewed again. Think he needs to be a name that needs to be interviewed again.
Yeah, you talked to him 100%. The thing that's held him back is who he has presented as his staff, and that's the rumor of why that's turned people. And Thomas, you're right here, but my point is, you can like honestly, I can't say that DJ doesn't have heart. I can question some of the things. I think it's the situation, but is Amon Ra doing the same thing if the Detroit Lions are 4-11? Probably not. I'm just saying a lot of that, most of it, 90% of it is coming from the culture that is built there. And that starts with Dan Campbell. The entire organization is like that. And listen, I'm just as guilty for making fun of Dan Campbell from his opening presser the day that they signed him, and we're going to bite kneecaps and all of that. And I'm like, oof, this probably isn't going to last. The players bought into it. They're biting kneecaps, and we got the hits philosophy, and the T stands for the ball. That doesn't
The
make
ball.
sense.
That didn't make sense. Mike Mitchell, just let me know. At your first game, did they do the chant, sell the team? That I want to know. Was the Chicago Bears fans chanting that? If not, I don't know if Kerry Franklin is going on Thursday. Jim Laris. This has to happen. It needs to be even better on Thursday because it'll be on national stage.
Right. I hear you. But hey, Phil, I had shared with you. I don't know if you remembered. I
know you got to bounce.
have to bounce early.
I'm going to wrap up with these
the super chats and get out of here. We will see you guys. Let's not forget, we are not going live on Christmas night with Keeping It 100. There will be the Bear Down with Big Steve tomorrow night. We'll see how it is, but we are scheduled to be live with BHL on December 26th for Thursday Night Football, live with a halftime show for TTNL All Access members, and we will go from there. But I have a dinner date that I have to go get ready for and head out. And Phil, take it away. Quit talking about Justin fucking Fields, you dick. Jeez, I tell you, bro.
Well, have a great dinner and a happy holiday.
I will try, and I will talk to you tomorrow. I promise.
Okay.
See you, Coach.
Don't be like Greg and not call.
See you, Coach.
Bye, Coach.
Ryan and Matt are men of character. They are both, like Ted, outstanding leaders. I've been most impressed with how well they collaborate.
Yeah. That's how you walk out. I'm impressed with how they collaborate. Are we happy with the collaboration? The collaboration station that has left us winless for the last 9 weeks. 2 months ago, we won a game in London, and we've lost ever since. A lot of people, a lot of uneducated people have blamed that on a quarterback, a rookie quarterback. But if you look at that man bringing up Ted in that conversation, it's just pathetic. So here, before I get into these super chats, I would just want to say one other thing. I have been an admirer from afar of Ryan Poles. I like some of the moves he did, but when you pull the camera out and see the bigger picture, he's not been good where it matters the most. Can't be a hypocrite in that. He got the coach wrong and doubled down by getting Shane Waldron. You could be upset with Roquan Smith trade, You could be upset with the Chase Claypool. Christ, you can be very upset and say 3 strikes with the Nate Davis shit. But what you can't do is ignore that you were there in the interview process with Matt Eberflus, who's clueless as can possibly be, and you decided that Shane Waldron was a better choice than Cliff Kingsbury, Thomas Brown, and the others that were in that process. I forgot the Valus Angelo. Valus as well. That in above itself sucks. Now, Shane made a good point on keeping it 100 because I was like, look, Ian Cunningham, I've seen both guys. Ian Cunningham comes off just in the human context of being around the two of them as a better communicator to people. And what that means over the long run, I buy into authenticity. That's why I know if Shane and I had the opportunity to sit down with a lot of these draft picks and ask the questions that we would like, we would expose the truth of who they are and thus make a lot of less mistakes than we've seen some of the GMs of the Chicago Bears. My thinking when it came to Ryan Poles versus Ian Cunningham is I'd rather have Ian Cunningham running the Chicago Bears than Ryan Poles. That's a true story. It's just true. Will he take the job? Shane bet that he probably wouldn't do that to his boy. I don't know. I think I would probably side with Shane there. The McCaskies are a joke. Although they strive to present themselves as quality people, embracing ethnicity and making it a priority, what they don't make a priority is football. Simple as that. Too lost, too uneducated, too completely busy to be in love with the game and the people that make the game great. When you're a corporate run organization, you see things in that kind of way. Like the common guy, the grinder, isn't the most important person. It's the grinder's agent. Oh, I'll talk to him. Let me call his agent and talk to him. I'm not going to address coach. I don't want to be in a verbal altercation. No, fuck that. We've never seen such softness from the Chicago Bears since George McCaskey has become chairman. His brother Michael was better than him. Think about that. It's sad. And I'm of the belief that on this day, December 22nd, that Ryan Poles should be fired. He made a great trade, got the real haul, because you ended up getting Caleb Williams, the most important player for the Bears' future. So he gets credit there, but that kind of fell into his lap. But I'm going to give him that huge amount of credit for doing that because it was the right thing to do. But you build a team inside out, not outside in, and the Bears under Poles have not done that. And you can go down the laundry list, Valus, Claypool, all of that, even DeAndre Swift versus some of the other backs that were out there. It's just, it is what it is. I think you have to marry the head coach. Now, if Mike Vrabel comes in here and says, I don't want Ryan Poles being the guy, I don't trust this guy, I got to have say in what we're doing, and I want a GM that's going to be able to communicate with me, then goodbye, Poles. We'll see you, buddy. That's why I think it's fool's errand to think Ryan Poles is going to hire someone that's going to power him out of empowerment. So therefore, you're going to be doing the same shit. Everybody's going to be fighting for the breadcrumbs. Let's get into your super chats, and I appreciate all of you. Doug Connell, $4.99. Caleb is not the problem. If you are in here saying he is, go watch the yip-yapping morons. The rest of you stay with us. 100%, guys. Caleb Williams is so far removed from the problem of the Chicago Bears. It's not even an argument. At this point, you just don't know football if you think otherwise. You notice the Nightcrawlers stayed in the ground. They stayed in the ground. My guy Justin Kirk, $5. I'm sick of the Fields fanboys. Caleb Williams is close to breaking Kramer's record in his first year, in his rookie year, guys. And by the way, I said he could possibly do it his rookie year in the summertime because he's that talented of a quarterback. And you're just seeing the kid grow. In fact, if there is no Caleb Williams, there is no offense. You have morons out there calling for Tyson Bagent, let alone Justin Fields. I'm serious. My wife loves football. She's learning. She gets mad at me. Her sons play the game. We watch it all the time, obviously. Yesterday was all day football from the NFL game, college games, right? All day. Even she's like, this kid is unbelievable. She can see it. Why can't... Oh, because you want to be right. You want to be hateful. I just want the Bears to win. Caleb is going to be that. At least you could say, at least we got the quarterback position. Dalton Spain, my guy, Coach Dalton. $4.99. He's wearing that championship chain. He's got the son that's a quarterback. Hey, Phil, just a question. Do you think George would let him fire Matt with 3 years left if he wouldn't even let him do it after the New England game? Because I could see that sad. I think George McCaskey has been involved in a lot of decisions that he shouldn't be. I think and that's fine if you say you're going to be involved. But if you say you're hands off, I hired this guy to make football decisions, Ryan Poles, and he comes to you wanting to fire Matt Eberflus after the Patriots game, and yet you, not being the football guy, decide no, you can't. Then you're impeding the success of the franchise. Now, whether Ryan Poles he made the huge error. He'll be the first one to tell you if he had a set of balls that he should have fired Matt Eberflus when Kevin Warren wanted him to be fired after last season. That's why there's a little hope that Kevin Warren will see the light of this. But then Kevin comes out and kind of belittles Poles in the process of saying that he's the guy. So it becomes the same old uncomfortable, can I believe this fucking guy, or is this a politician speak? It puts us in a terrible situation in saying, I don't know. Atrice Kane, $5. Rip condoms provide better protection than Poles gave Caleb. Fire that man ASAP. I like that analogy. I think Adam Rank should use it on the NFL Network. Adam, you're in the chat now. Take this. Ryan Poles ripped condoms provide better protection than Ryan Poles gave Caleb Williams. You realize like how many linemen are hurt? However, Ryan Bates, Tevin Jenkins again, Braxton Jones again. Nate Davis is gone. Who else do we have out there? Oh, I can't even think of it off the top of my head. I've never seen. It's like, are the linemen? A lot of people say Ryan Poles drafts and signs players that remind him of himself. If soft and often injured is how you see yourself, Ryan, then you got to be fired just for that. But your expertise should be the position that you played. And I'm not, there's ignorance in, they never play, like NFL players that say that. It's embarrassing. Like, oh, you never play, you don't know. There's certain things that people don't know. I get. But that doesn't make somebody who didn't play not a voice, not capable of analyzing things. I was a young man thinking that a long time ago myself. And as I grew up, I realized that there are a lot of smart people in this world that can see things, forward thinkers. Those are the kind of people you want. They don't have to play the game on a professional level to be able to analyze it. Now, if they're terrible at it, then call them out for that, but don't put that caveat in it. Lawrence Chrisman, $2. Vrabel or Gruden? You need a culture change as soon as possible. Oh, this is a good one. Thank you for the super chat, and thank Dalton Spain and Patrice Kane before that. If I didn't thank you, I need to thank you. It's Christmas time. Lawrence Chrisman, my guy. Gun to my head, I gotta go Vrabel at this point. I love John Gruden, and he speaks like I speak. Shane had that clip last week. I just think John and the comments are going to become a distraction, and thus, if I'm looking at this in this situation that you put me in, I will say, for the record, I don't think you could go wrong with either guy. And there's going to be a lot of Gruden hate. I think John Gruden's a way better coach than people think he is. I think he's a great communicator. It's unfortunate that something private. I've always said this. How many there's a great I wish Shane was here or Ivan. They could pull it up. There's this great reel that I saw, and it was to teachers. Get smacked in the face or let us see your teacher's group chat. And guess what every teacher chose? A smack in the face. Because they knew what was said in private in that group chat would probably get them fired. Let's not be hypocrites here. You follow what I'm saying? So the Gruden attachment to the Bears would, I don't know how, there's no backbone with George versus the commissioner. You kidding me? So I'm just promoting John Gruden for the coach he is. The person obviously is going to be painted a certain way. I happen to like the coach. I never saw the emails. But I would have to go with Vrabel based on that. Chris R. Thank you so much, Chris R. $4.99. I'm fairly confident that the Bears have had 2 drives start in the opponent's territory since the New England game. They scored TDs on both. Fix the lines. 100%. You see this kid they signed off the practice squad, Jonathan Ford, come in here from the Packers, and he's already giving you a better effort than some of the defensive tackles that are getting blown off the ball since our guy Billings has been injured. Defenses shouldn't be like that. There's no young ascending football player in the interior. I thought Riddick, I always call him fucking Riddick, man. Fuck. Just drives me insane. Number 96 on South Carolina. He's not stepping up. He had a couple good plays today. This probably has been his best performance in a long time. But what's his name? Why am I drawing a blank? Someone in the chat. Pickens. Jake B. Thank you. Thank you, Jake. Fuck, I don't know why I go Riddick all the time. How does Pickens and Riddick correlate? I don't know why my brain does that. It does, though. But I just, with Gervon Dexter being hurt, you're going to have some answers there. And look at this defensive philosophy. I believe you got to get out of this kind of your third down defensive calls. It's a throwaway at this point for most people, but Coach Washington, you got to have some sort of creativity here. You're sitting, you did not learn anything from last week with these third down and longs. You just sit in this drop zone and no one rallies to the football. And I'm just saying, Tremaine Edmonds, you are fucking soft. I will show you on tape this week if you're a patron. Someone's texting me to change the fucking background here. So let me do that. I don't know where a background is. We'll just leave it on my rant. Or this. There you go. Become a patron. TapeNeverLies.com. We are going to have so much fun this offseason. More so than you believe or even can conceive. Any patron worth anything will tell you the in-depth analysis. Ivan's already cutting tape of Shane's boy from North Dakota State. We're already cutting offensive lineman tape because we recognize that's a priority. Getting it ready. The drafts coverage, the free agency coverage, the coaching search coverage. All of it is going to be way more authentic, truthful. The guests that we're going to get. Become a patron, thetapeneverlies.com. I'm planning on doing a whole breakdown to just destroy any narratives. And I will show Tremaine Edmonds tape. It's been awful. He's got to be better. And right here, in your point, the offensive line has to be better. The ability to turn the ball over. Stevenson had a chance at it. Pick six. He's dropped a few. Players aren't in positions. There's lack of communication. Stop letting politics run the program, Brian Poles. Elijah Hicks, 7th round pick. He is not a starter. The fact that it is, or he's out there starting, is pathetic in the place of Jaquan Brisker. He shouldn't even be on the roster, but he is because he's a draft pick. It's pathetic. But he's out there today starting. Fix the lines. Fix the integrity. Dalton Spain, Coach Spain is back. I'm so sick. Thank you, Dalton. $4.99. I'm so sick of the Justin Fields talk. I guess everybody wrong about him. Do they understand that not only the Bears said no to Justin Fields' move, all fucking ready. Everybody recognizes it, but these same clowns. And I have other things I want to talk about today since I saw this last name. Bear fans that have now become fans of other teams, thinking that it's some sort of gold medal to you because you're tired of it. I can't do it. God bless you. I don't know how you do it. I can't. I wouldn't. How would I ever turn? And that's the trap. That's why I said you have to embarrass them. Because I'm not going to leave. Can't. I'm a Vikings fan now. I'm a Chargers fan now because I love Jim Harbaugh. No, can't do it. Neither can you. In your soul, you can't, but you're pretending that you can. So much better over here now. No. Maybe you'll break the curse. All of you that decide to do that, God bless you. Go. Just go. Go be a Steelers fan. Pepe Sylvia, $5. Feels weird to watch a QB rack up 250 plus passing yards games fairly easy. It's almost a grind every game for Fields to even get 150 yards passing. Yep. I could go on for days bashing Fields just with truth. I don't know Justin. Probably the great kid, great human being, but not a good quarterback. It's okay. My guy, DG Daniels, $10. This season is mercifully almost over, guys. If you're warned, do you promote Cunningham if you fire Poles? Feels like he co-signed a lot of bad decisions. I already spoke on Cunningham. I didn't see your super chat. I just will tell you authentically, Cunningham seems to be more personable, more at ease with his approach to people and scouting and analysis. The behind the scenes stuff where he's telling Ryan Poles to just be patient. Ryan Poles would have given up trade compensation to move up to get Roma Dunze if it wasn't Ian Cunningham. Think about that. Seriously. Just watch the video. A lot of people ask me, what would you have done? I told people I'm either taking Brock Bowers or I'm trading back. And I'm going to get some picks, and I'm taking Olu Fashanu. That would have been the choices. Brock Bowers, Fashanu, and Roma Dunze definitely would have been in the conversation as well. But I had a higher grade on Brock. Shane and I were talking. Would Brock play down to this energy, though? I'm not going to put it on Ian Cunningham, DG. I'm going to put it on Ryan Poles, and that's where it should be. And if he doesn't believe that, then he's a problem too. Breno Solsbacher, R, $2. I can't see what you wrote, but brother. Can you put it back in now without paying so I can put it up there? And if so, that would be great, because I don't want you having to pay. Same with my guy, the freshman center, Jamie, $49.99. Jamie, you said something. You must have said something important, unless it was just Merry Christmas. Thank you, freshman center Jamie, so much for your generous super chat. Thank you, Ben, as well. $2. I'll leave you two there in my stars. Ethan Kotz, $5. Merry Christmas, Phil, and everyone at TTNL. Thanks for being the voice of reason in this frustrating time. Bear down. $5, Ethan. Thank you, Ethan. for your $5, and thank you for being such a amazing fan. Kentucky Bears fan, $1.99. Would you start Sanborn over Edmond yet next this Thursday? I would send a message. I would totally send a message. These linebackers aren't flowing to the football. They're not reading keys. They're not coming downhill. There needs to be messages sent because some guys have checked out. I can't believe that Tremaine Edmonds is that bad. I just can't. I've seen him play. Sad. I'm just disappointed. I haven't gotten a Kerry Franklin super chat since October when we last won a game. Where is Kerry? No more money for the McCaskies. Exactly. All the money should go to TTNL. I'm there on Thursday, DDP. We'll be trying to get there we go. Jack Kane. Jack, what? Where are you sitting? What are you going to be wearing? Who else is going? I want to know who's going to be there and join Jack Kane. Fucking Jack Kane should be playing middle linebacker with that name. I'm like Jack Kane blitz A-gap. Start flowing to fill A-gap. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you, Scottish Bear, as well as Ricky. Dan Gardner, Merry Christmas to you. Get Ryan Poles looking like he got the last fucking cookie. I got that last cookie. Jokes on him. Who do I want for I want the head coach to bring the GM. This is what I think is smart. The head coach to bring the GM he feels comfortable with, that understands that you're going to have a good relationship there. I don't subscribe to hiring the GM. I think the head coach is the most important thing. And the Bears have never done that before. They didn't even let Nick Saban do that. And Nick Saban was willing to work with Jerry Angelo, and Jerry could not give up the final say. Nick wanted the final. I want to work with you, Jerry, but I want to be able to have the final say because I'm the coach. I don't want you taking John Allred over Tony Gonzalez. Don't want that. I don't want a Rick Meyer trade. Makes sense to me. So to answer my boy Kerry Franklin, I would hire the coach with the idea that and say Ben Johnson wants to bring Ray Agnew, former D tackle with the New England Patriots. I remember Big Ray. I actually met him a couple times. Very good man. Very jolly laugh. I don't know much about Ray other than that. I'm not going to pretend I do, but I know Ben wants Ray. If Ben's your guy, Ben should be able to bring Ray. And goodbye, Poles again. You see what I'm saying? You don't want some soft-ass, terrible understanding of offensive line play. Listen, I was on the record. I would never have paid Cole Kmet. I would have paid Darnell Mooney. I want my tight end to be twitchy and be able to run after the catch. He paid Cole Kmet, Gerald Everett, and he's got fucking Mercedes Lewis in a fucking wheelchair out there playing. Tight end position is so important. You're not doing shit there. Gerald Everett, false start Everett, catch for 3 yards, fall down. Fucking DeAndre Swift falls more than Niagara. It's disgusting out here how these guys just go down. They go down better than a stripper. Darius Lockhart. We waited 3 years for Justin to have a season like Caleb is having. Tell him, Darius. Tell him, Darius. I love this beat, Max, in the background. Where is Max? You watching the show, Max? Should get you to come on for a fucking few minutes. Ben Ricketts, DDP. Poles is being interviewed by the new head coach. That's why Poles is probably going to get fired. Exactly how it should be. You see what I'm saying, Kerry? I don't know if this news is out there, but that's how it should. I'm telling you, the coach is way more important than the GM. The GM comes in with the coach like Shane would come in with me. But I'm more important than him. Because I have to do the work every day, set the culture, the tone. He just has to calm me down when I want to fucking trade up for a slot receiver out of Hofstra. Wayne Corbett. Take the numbers and never give it back. You want to play that for him? I'll play it for you. Still lives. Where is it?
To take over the North and never give it back.
Yeah, Jeff Joniak with me. So, Ryan, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Well, here's the questions, Ryan. What are your thoughts?
To take over the North and never give it back.
That's your goals. That's great, man. Fans are going to love that. Hey, Ryan. Listen, I know you just got hired 2 days ago. Took 14 interviews. Did you want to interview any other coaches?
I was given the opportunity. I found him.
Oh, really? You also found Shane Waldron. The dialect of derelicts.
I'm just a fan. I'm not a football evaluator.
Exactly. This is a soundbite of stupidity every time, every turn. Every turn. And as bad as John Owens was today, Elijah Hicks is 40 times worse. Let's watch the tape. I'll show you. Thank you, Ethan. I put that one up. People want Vrabel. I'm way behind on this chat. I'm sorry. Lawrence Crispin gets smarter watching the breakdown. Sign it up. Koki. That's how you can help the network and the production. I'm looking, honestly, looking for someone. I'm honestly looking for someone that wants to be in charge of TTNL Reels. That's going to be, I need someone that's going to watch the show and religiously have the wherewithal to put together highlights of the show, of the statements or the crazy lunacy of the show, and put that together so we can grow this network. But I need someone that can do that. Focus in on it. Recognize funny, and you'll be surprised, very analytical showcases of intelligence when it comes to the Chicago Bears in football, and put that out there so that the narrative of TTNL isn't devised and divisive by Twitter tough guys with a keyboard and bullshitters. That's what I need. You want to be a part of this? The next chapter? Reach out to me or Shane. And we need that. 100%. Phil, thanks to you and Shane for taking the time away from your families to come on here and help us detox as fans with some TTNL therapy. Merry Christmas to you and your beautiful family. Love you, brother. Love you too, Bullets. Uncle Bullets. He's breakdancing as we speak. Kelvin Rummels. I don't agree with you on your take on Ben Johnson. All of the other coaches in the division are young offensive coaches. Why can't the Bears get one? He beats the Packers' ass. That would be a great start. Kelvin, I'm not saying no to Ben Johnson. Just want to be clear for you. Because I like the way you handle it. It's okay to disagree. I'm saying I don't know Ben Johnson in front of the room. Is he Mark Trestman or is he Bruce Arians? The Bears chose Mark Trestman. That's a failure. The Bears chose, Kelvin, Matt Eberflus. I didn't hold any punches in regards to Matt Eberflus. Now the truth is coming out and it backed up everything I said. I gave the guy the shot, but the tape told me he was corny, simple, and his hits philosophy and all that stuff sounded good, but it wasn't being backed up by the tape. Then players were telling me he's a cornball. He wants to be friends with the guys on the team instead of be their coach. Ben Johnson could be the utter opposite, Kelvin. So I'm not against Ben Johnson. I just don't want people, oh, he's the answer. Yep. And Phil said it too. I don't know Ben Johnson. I know he's got a talented football team with one of my favorite players all time on the Bears and David Montgomery over there. I love Brock Wright, tight end. Fucking fires out better than a first-round tight end that we got in Cole Kmet. I wanted to draft Laporta. They got him. Amon-Ra St. Brown is better than every receiver we got right now. Jameson Williams was the most, what we say, the fastest player on the field today. Also, big fan of his coming out of college. He's hitting his stride. It's pretty easy to call offensive plays with that offensive line. The best in the game, Kelvin. So that's where I give pause. I'm not saying he can't. It was almost like he was doing a job interview, Kelvin, to your point. Today, let's show them, and Shane put up the all 22 of the Packer game. He's paying attention. That's why. I think you could get behind that. If he's the head coach, I'm going to give him a shot, Kelvin. I'm just not promoting him over somebody that I've seen be a head coach. And I'll say this, Kelvin. There's a lot of people that are good coordinators only. Matt Eberflus is one of them. It's a different ball game to stand in front of the team and have great expectations and not be authentic. You can't do that. Players know. Sean Stewart, I sold my tickets today in Thursday's game. Fuck George. Jack Kane will be in section 144, row 12. Get the chant going. Sell the team. That's what we got to do. They're not going to sell the team. I get it. But it's a shot right in the cojones. A shot right in the balls to them. Sell the team. Right to Virginia. So pull out that old horn to hear it, remember, in the cartoon. Huh? Let it be known, Virginia. The fans are so tired of your son. They want to sell the team. Gavin, reach out to me on Instagram. I'm on Instagram. Let me put my, I don't know. Let me display my, there it is. I'm on Instagram. DM me on Instagram if you're interested in that. That's what we're looking for. A few good men like Gavin Vega, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Drop some lyrics with Max, Ben, or Das. Thanks to KG, number 6, for those orange sleeves. Helped us to focus on his missed plays. I don't know what that is. It's Kyler Gordon. Oh, yeah. Kyler did not have a good game, Ben. Mile High Boost. Yes, thanks for saying that, Bullets. I appreciate TTNL. You guys suffer just as much as us and are here for us as therapists every week. We need this. Well, thank you, Mile High Boost. I appreciate you. Bullets is breaking news. It's almost Christmas. Thank you, Bullets. I almost forgot. I got to get some shopping done tomorrow with the boys. Merry Christmas to you, Sam. Osi Falajo. Appreciate you. Don't chant fire polls. Chant sell the team. That's a given. I wanted Zach Frazier, number 1, man. He's one of my favorite centers. That's where we're going to end this, guys. I appreciate you all. Thank you for the super chats. I know it's hard being a Bears fan, but don't think I'm going to get behind you. I'm going to ignore those guys that decide to jump ship and think it's funny that now you're cheering for another team. I probably will ignore that. I don't get behind that. Maybe it's just me. I'm loyal to a fault. Yeah, you could chant both. Sean Stewart, Caleb's 326 passes without an interception is now over 100 longer than the previous longest streak in Bears history. Think about that. He's breaking Bears records, rookie records, and people have a problem with him. I don't. Here we are, as in olden days. Happy golden days of yore. Robert, Merry Christmas to you. We will be back on Bears Hour Live right after the Bears Seahawks, hoping Jack Kane and company get the chants going. Fire polls, sell the team. Chant. At least chant, sell the team. I need to hear it on the Amazon Prime Thursday broadcast. That would be great. I hope you enjoy yourself. To all of you amazing fans, have an amazing Christmas. Enjoy the time with your family. Become a patron. Give that gift to your family. TheTapeNeverLies.com. Be a smarter, more educated, loyal fan by becoming a TTNL patron. For the smartest man, I'm your guy, Draft Dr. Phil. Real quick. Please stay safe. Enjoy the holidays. Enjoy the family. Don't eat too many Christmas cookies. And bear the fuck down. Fuck the McCaskey.
Very good, guys. Have a beautiful day. I know I will.
Peter
King with NBC Sports here. Just have one thing to say. The tape never lies. It never does.
Thank you for watching Bears Hour Live, the best post-Bears game show on the planet, on the Tape Never Lies Network.